Alright, so I turn on ray tracing. Let's do preview quality. It takes all the rays back down. That'll save us some time. But I do have ray tracing on. And I want to turn these lights back on so we can see something in our scene. Now, just because I turn ray tracing on does not make these shadows ray traced now. There's one I had turned on. Whatever we turned on initially, it's still remembering that. Did I turn off all of those? Now here we go. So I would have to, even though I have ray tracing on now, I would have to manually change that to ray trace shadows in order for it to change. Just because I turn it on, it doesn't automatically swap it. So you can have both depth map shadows and ray trace shadows in the same scene. It's per light, and you assign it per light. So in order to get soft shadows, what do you do? Let's see where we're at. Alright, so I want to turn off shadows for the point light so we can really see what's going on with our directional. Okay, and this is our directional. I'm going to kind of point it down, and we should get a shadow behind our snowman here. Alright, so this is the shadows from the directional light. So how do you create soft shadows? I love soft shadows, and they're very easy to do. They just, whenever you start doing it, your render times skyrocket. So when you're making your scenes look cool, I would save this for last. Don't go and turn on your ray tracing and do all of your cool soft shadows now, and then go build some more trees and igloos and such. This is something you want to think about, but wait till the very end when you really want to start, because you may be sitting around 4 or 5 minutes for a render. Sometimes longer than that. Depends on how complex your scene is and how many shadows and lights you have. But you to make soft shadow, you just take your light angle and take it up, and a small light angle will just have a little bit of blurriness, and the higher your light angle, the higher and softer your shadow. So let's just do like a 3 light angle, or a 2, and see what happens. And you notice this blurriness around the edges, and you're like, well, that looks kind of grainy. Yes, it does. Is there a way to fix it? Yes, there is. However, you have to up the number of rays and your ray depth limit, which is going to begin to take more render time. So as you take your shadow rays and ray depth limit up, your render times are going to start going up as well. And so that's a light angle of 2. You might see what a light angle of 10 looks like, and you just notice the really bad graininess. So let's go ahead and fix that. I'm going to take our shadow rays up to 20 and our depth up to 10. And another thing you can do when you're rendering, if you only want to check out a certain spot, I can draw a square and just hit the render region button. It's just going to render what was in that area. And now you're seeing, yeah, now you're getting that it's a lot softer now. Something else you can do that I like is up here in your render view, you can archive a picture. So this is a render. I'm going to archive it, and then when I do another render, and this one's going to take a while because it has very soft shadows, lots of rays. And this one may take up to a minute. If there's a skip here, it's because I've cut the video. Alright, so that one took 45 seconds. So you see, yes, you definitely want to wait till the end before you start pumping up your rays, doing some soft shadows. However, they do look nice. They look really nice in your scene. And what I was showing you with this, by archiving a picture, now I have this current render, and I can go back to the archive one. That was before. This is after. This was with low shadow rays, except for that one region we did. And this is our new one with, and you can notice how even the reflections begin to change. Everything gets a little higher quality. So nice renders have their price in time, and your time is going to depend on your processing speed, but you know, it's worth it. Just I would do most of your arranging and staging of your scene, and go ahead and do your bump map, textures, and all of that, things that you can use IPR for, before you start getting into shadows. And then when you start getting into shadows, then start your ray tracing. I'm going to come back and take these concepts I've just taught you and apply them to my globe, and that will be what I want you to work on for this month, to make your scene, add a few lights, and I'll show you guys how to do a 3-point light setup and just make it really nice. Have some soft shadows, we'll have some high quality edges, and we really want to make your scene look good. And as we start playing with the lights, we will have to go in per texture and start playing with the material, how it diffuses light or reflects light, because the material is really going to be what controls how much light is bouncing off and how bright your lights need to be. So you can't really do a light setup without, you know, arranging your lights and then going per material and tweaking a few things. But that's it. That's all I have for now, and good luck with your lighting.